What it do, y'all? Back at it again. This is August 9th, 2026, day 9 of the one shot challenge from Delta McKenzie and Big Shot Targets, um, along with the support of Quivar. So let me get my one shot in for the day. It's probably like almost 6 o'clock in the evening. It's nice and cloudy out. Sun ain't beating down. It ain't extremely super hot in San Antonio right now. I can't explain nowhere else, but San Antonio is not too bad right now. So let me go ahead and step out and get the camera set up, and the target is already out, as you can see it over there. Yeah, you see it right there. That it? Wait, yeah, you see it right there. So the target's already out. Let me get the camera set up. I'm gonna take a 30-yard shot, so I don't have to go all the way out in the street, almost out in the street. So let me get the camera set up, and I'll be right back with you. All right, y'all. Cold shot, 30-yard, so I can get into the shot this time. One shot challenge. Delta McKenzie, Big Shot. Shot 9, day 9. We got 2 arrows. I'm only taking one shot. But got 2 arrows for whatever reason. All right. Oh, I think that one of my call outs from the Victory Arrow 37 challenge made a video today and answered to me. So charged up outdoors. Thanks for the reply. Hope you had a good shot in. Here we go. Oof, that was a little low. I'm gonna take another shot anyway, just in case. Well, ain't no just in case. I know it was a little low, so I hit the top of the bag up there and just the bottom of the deer. So I'm taking another shot. I'm cheating. I know it's a one shot challenge, but today is 2 shots. All right, that second shot was a little bit better than that first shot. I mean, that first shot would have been a kill shot or a dispatch shot. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna call it the other word, K word, just in case. All right, so we're going to check it out. Okay, well, I was still in the body, lower body. I probably would have still hit some arteries with that first shot right there. And then that second shot was high. So I'm gonna do the Quivar app. I'm gonna do it on this first shot right here, so that you know, I keep it keep it honest. So all right, I'll get back with y'all in just a sec. And this is where I get to drop my smooth jazz voice on you while the Quivar app opens. I screen recorded it, and this is the front page of it. It goes in, it opens up to stats, and then you hit the scan button in the middle, Here's where you have to tap against the target, and once you tap the target, it'll open up for you to match up the Quivar tab, and then it's where it goes into showing you the internals. And then this is where I think I hit the scan arrow, and I was having some problems, so I had to start over basically. So I had to rescan the thing, rescan the whole target, get the grid out for the LiDAR, and then scan the tag again to pull up the internals again so that I can scan the arrow again. So here's where I hit the scan arrow button, and I'm trying to scan, and I was having some difficulty scanning, so it'll take me a little minute to get it scanned, but it ended up getting the scan, and once the arrow is scanned, it turned green. And as you can see, my shot was a little low, and I did have to move the target because it was over near some thicket bushes, and I couldn't get a good angle to scan the arrow without getting stuck by the thicket bushes. So I moved the target out of the way, and moved the bag target and restuck the arrow back where it was at, because the bag target was in front of the target at first. So, but anyway, after explaining all that, that's where it landed at. That's where I stuck it back at, and as you can see, it's still having a hard time scanning the arrow. But I think around about here is where it starts clicking and flashing. When it scans the arrow, you will see it flash. And the reason why you keep seeing me going back and forth is because the instruction says go from right to left. There's a flash right there. So once it starts flashing, that means that it's actually catching the arrow. So I had to do that a few times. I guess I had to find the right position to do it. And got the arrow scanned. It's going to flash a couple more times here, and it's going to turn green. Anyway, I got the arrow scanned. Hopefully Quivar sees this, so that there it is, so that they can see what the problem was and why it's taking so long to scan. I don't know. Anyway, there's a scan. There's the internals. I had to do that again. Then I saved my scan. You can see where you put the information in, where how the distance of the shot, 30 yards, and this is where if you hit the little circle icon with the Y in the center, that's next to your points, it'll pull this up. So this is a detailed view of the shot where you can see the skeletal, and you'll see the little green dot down at the bottom of the ribs, and that's going into the lungs there. And like the details are like fabulous. I don't know. You switch over to this shot, and you turn the model around to the frontal view, and you can see the lungs from there, and then you can see the arrow going through both lungs from the bottom. I'm sorry, that's a rear view, not frontal view. That's the rear view, but you can see the lungs. You see the arrow going through the lungs, and then on this shot right here, I got rid of the lungs, and you can see just the heart, and you can see where it hit the heart. So that animal would have been on the ground, and in the freezer. So we would have had a nice little harvest. Anyway, Black Predator out.